We're back on PC Today. Are you a fan of the arts? Have you heard about what the theater department has been up to since Sweet Charity? They've been working on a new play that is set to open on November 20th. It's called Hush, an interview with America, and I went backstage to get an inside look on the production of the play.
Being thrust into a media spotlight could make anyone crazy. But in Hush, an interview with America, the spotlight threatens to destroy a young girl and her father after a television reporter believes the young girl can really see angels. Brittany Scherer plays the young girl with a large imagination, Maggie.
Fun because even though Maggie's 11, she has all of that playfulness and that just being excited about life that you see in kids, but she's also very wise. So there are things that she understands at her age that I don't understand it, or I didn't understand at my age until I read that script and learned from her.
All is set in Hush, Kansas, and the theater department has been hard at work to build an intricate set. The set includes an abstract staircase, a willow tree, and Maggie in her father's home.
Keep in mind what she would see, to stay in the mind of Maggie and to make sure that the set follows and has the audience know what things are, like know that the tree is a tree, but see it as the way that Maggie would have seen it.
Yeah. Those working on the set said that the willow tree was probably the hardest part of the set to work on, yet it is the most important. The willow tree is Maggie's place, and Maggie's imaginary friend lives within the tree.
Over here we have the tree, or the start of the tree and everything. We're going to still put the fabric on it and paint it and everything, and then we're going to have branches coming out of the top of the flat to show the end of it, and then we're going to have cheesecloth coming down as kind of like a weeping willow.
Whenever I decided, hey, it would be a great idea for a tree to grow out of the floor and into the wall, that was the day I apparently decided that I hated myself.
That is where Shelby Whitehouse comes in. This show requires an aerial silk dancer. Aerial silk is a performance where artists perform aerial acrobatics while hanging from large strips of special fabric. They climb and use the fabric to swing, fall, and suspend themselves without the use of safety lines. Aerial silk has three main categories of tricks. Climbs are anything that has the artist moving up the silks. There are many types of climbs, but wraps are the most helpful to the artist. Depending on the wrap, artists can sit high up in the silks without having to put too much effort into holding themselves up. Drops typically require a free fall aspect. After wrapping themselves up in the cloth, the artist unravels their self to create a dropping effect.
Kathy emailed me this summer and asked me in about July if I would be willing to learn how to do silks and if it would be easy for me, and I told her that I was willing to do it, and it's been hard, but it's been really fun.
Shelby Whitehouse says it's all about skill, and Piedmont hired a special instructor to ensure the performer's safety.
I am not the strongest person, and for the longest time I couldn't even do a pull-up, so my strength has gotten so much better since I started doing this, so that's been my biggest struggle. The silks are a lot safer than you would think. You think your fabric in the air like nothing, but they're really safe, they're really stretchy. We also put a mat underneath it for when I'm just practicing. So there's a mat underneath me, which I don't think really would do anything if I fell, but it's there just in case. One thing about my character Eve is that she's not real. Eve is the only character that is not real, and she does not speak ever. So pretty much I speak through my movement, and I think that's really awesome. That's something that doesn't happen often in shows, so I think that's pretty cool.
How she continues to grow up even though there's all of this pressure from the media. And her journey through that, and her dad dealing with that, and how to interact because he's a single parent. So it's all about her journey and finding ways to be herself even though there are all of these pressures around her.
It definitely sounds like it's going to be an amazing show, and I personally can't wait to see it. Coming up, we are getting in the holiday spirit with an interview with some Piedmont students about how they celebrate the holidays. And we will tell you what gifts you can give to all your friends without breaking the bank. Stay tuned to PC Today. We'll be right back.